just as a side note, wouldn't it be so funny if after this whole ARG, it's revealed that United isn't the name of the season? Like, this probably won't happen, but wouldn't it be so funny if after months of everyone calling this Ninjago United, it came out that it just was called something completely different? I called it. I have been given the gift of prophecy. You know, that actually wasn't just some wild prediction I made on a whim in that video out of nowhere. The name Dragon's Rising was actually revealed to me in a dream the night before I recorded that. As for the actual name Dragon's Rising, I'm a bit mixed on it. It just sounds like kind of a generic cookie cutter Ninjago name. Like, if you were to give an AI a prompt to make a Ninjago season, Dragon's Rising is the title it would turn out with. It just feels kind of bland and cookie cutter, especially being the name of the 2023 series as a whole, not just a season. This is going to be the name we're stuck with. It also means that every season of Dragon's Rising is probably going to have to be dragon themed in some way in order to let the name have relevance. I think that even if United was just a code name for Dragon's Rising whilst it was in development, I still think it probably would have been the better name, especially given the whole realms merging thing. That being said though, while I am mixed on the actual name itself, I am glad this new show has a name, because when Wild Brain Ninjago came out and that was a new show, having two Ninjagos was really confusing for a lot of people. Do I watch this Ninjago Season 1 or this Ninjago Season 1? My opinion is that even if I have mixed opinions on the actual name Dragon's Rising itself, I am very glad it exists, because it's going to do wonders in separating this series from Ninjago's past, preventing confusion for newcomers. So yeah, while I'm not too keen on the new name, I am very glad this new series does have a separate name. What's next? Oh, that's right. The fragments. In my last video, which was 2 whole weeks ago, we discussed the idea of Ninjago's ARG, Merge the Fragments. The idea of this alternate reality game is that due to a recent merge quake, the Ninjago Dragon's Rising poster was shattered into a bunch of pieces and sent to different parts of LEGO's social media. Us fans would have to find those fragments and, well, merge them together. Doing this would reveal to us the full name and poster for the season. Merge the fragments and all will become clear, they told us. Well, at least you can say LEGO tried this time. Eventually we got the full poster and yeah, it's pretty alright. It's just kind of a bog standard poster. There's not really much to it. Although I've got to say, I am so glad that they chose to make the core suits the base suits for Ninjago Dragon's Rising, because these suits are pretty ugly, man. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the core suits, but I would take those over these any day of the week, and I'm glad LEGO seem to agree. As for the new characters on here, they have pretty cool designs. They're nothing really to write home about in my opinion, but they look pretty cool. The final thing I want to talk with you all about today, and probably the best thing LEGO's done in relation to Dragon's Rising so far, is, you all probably know it by now, the ominous timer on LEGO's website slowly but surely ticking down to June 1st. I think this is awesome. I'm personally not very excited for this season, but if I were, I would be all over this. Something like this is what Ninjago has needed for so long now, and I'm so glad to see LEGO giving it to us. A simple, straightforward, easy to understand chart showing people when the show is coming out in their country. On the one hand, I really don't want to celebrate LEGO doing the bare minimum for one of their most popular themes, but on the other hand, this is such a huge, titanic step up from previous years that I've got to commend it a bit. We finally have a Ninjago release that doesn't have some stupid release window crap attached to it and just has a simple, straightforward date. Progressing from being absolutely bottom of the barrel abysmal to hitting the bare minimum for a media release is still progress in my eyes, and I think it's something worthy of praise on the part of LEGO. So, good work. Even if this season isn't the absolute pinnacle of hype for me in the way previous Ninjago seasons were, I am very glad to see LEGO really cleaning up their act with Ninjago's marketing and rollout cycles, and I really hope this will be the norm going forward. No sudden 6-month hiatus, no random mixed messages from the company. Hopefully LEGO can just stick to this trajectory of giving us a consistent rollout of compelling trailers, a simple set in stone date that will not change randomly, and most importantly, please LEGO, don't do another 6-month long gap between episodes. Everyone, and I mean everyone, hated that.